Even NGOs here who come and talk to us about civil rights, all these rights. Meanwhile, they are not even in their own countries. They are not, the rights that are being enjoyed here in South Sudan, even some of them are not in America. But people come to us here and say, oh, you are doing this, you are violating, you are what, you are harassing, you are doing this. We are part of this world and we know what is happening in the world. So we should not be carried away by all these terminologies. You are with us here. If you have any problem, we are here to protect you. And I'm sure there is no journalist who has been arrested, I think, for the last 2 years. The last journalist to be arrested was Michael Christopher. He was the last journalist arrested. But from that time up to now, nothing has happened. This is because we are here to protect you, to ensure that you enjoy and exercise your rights, but exercise them the right way. This is what I'm saying. So those who say that there is no civic space, these are the people who tell you that life is in South Sudan, there are no human rights, there are a lot of violations, there are a lot of this, there are a lot of this, there are a lot of this. Meanwhile, those who come to us here do not even have these rights in their home areas, their countries. So, let me assure you that we have everything is there. People have their rights, they are exercising them, and nobody has ever been interfered with. And we will not do that, provide that you conform, you act in accordance with the law, so that you don't find yourself in conflict with the law. Yes, it is said that Dr. Makeui Lueth has been restricted. According to the first deputy speaker who talked in his press conference, he said Dr. Makeui Lueth has been stopped from going A, B, C, D. The last of which was that he was invited to attend the General Assembly in the UN General Assembly and was prevented from doing that. I will not talk about the rest, but I will tell you. If at all there is if they know and they are sure that the president has been directed by IGAD not to allow him to go out, why should they not ask IGAD if the president is unable to answer? If they are unable to get the correct answer, why should they not ask IGAD? Instead of talking all the time, the chairman, our chairman, is being prevented from moving, let them ask the IGAD. IGAD will either deny or confirm. But for us to keep on talking, repeating the same scenario is unbecoming. So my advice to them is that let them check on the IGAD. If the IGAD says no, then let them find out where the problem is. To come to the last invitation, which was mentioned, I'm unable to understand how did the Secretary General, how dare he invite the President and the first Vice President of the same country to go and attend the General Assembly meeting in New York. This by itself was an irregularity, if it had happened at all. Were he invited in what capacity? His president is going. The president had been sending vice presidents. Maybe the only complaint that he would have heard would have been to say, why not send me this time? Because almost all the vice presidents have been sent. And if we were to complain that vice president, the 4 vice presidents have gone, they have attended the General Assembly. Why not me this time? Malaysia, kalam tu kan mungkin, Rais kan berudal. But to say that he was invited to attend the General Assembly meeting together with his president was an irregularity if it had happened. And the president would have the right to refuse. Because both of them cannot go. Now when he goes there, is he going to address the General Assembly, or is he going just to be a listener? These are some of the issues that we need to address. My colleagues in the IO should follow the right track. If they believe that the president is the one obstructing and not allowing him to go out because he received directives from the IGAD, let them ask IGAD. This is what I can say about it. This is what I can say about it. They need to counter check and find out and correct their sources. If there is someone who told them that it is IGAD that directed the president, then let them confirm from IGAD. But what I know so far, he has never been stopped from going anywhere. And if he has decided not to move, it is not our duty to tell him to move. Simon of the Dawn, you are saying, who are those minorities to be given the representative or to be appointed in the 5%? Don't you know who are the minorities here? If you are asking such a question, then you are not South Sudanese. Because you know who are the minorities here. Minorities are the Makaraka. Do you know where the Makaraka is? Do you know them? You don't know where Makaraka is. Makaraka are the population in Yei River County towards living at the borders between Yei and Meridi. They are the smallest. You have the Kachipo in the mountains of Boma Mountain. You have the people of in Makeui area. This Mujum. That is small, very small, tiny tribe over there. These are the minorities we are talking about. If you don't know them, you better go down and know.
Maybe including mine, education also.
Yeah, it depends on it.